Welcome to another Bean Pick. This is August 2013, and we're going to go over the all-new for 2013 First Lite Merino wool lineup. Now, First Lite has been the leader really almost in merino wool, especially printed pattern merino wool over the last few years. And they developed a line with some pants and different base layers, and then some upper layers that kind of built and layered on as climates changed. One of their biggest strong points with the merino wool, it was 100% merino wool, and was really geared for the mobile hunter. But the only thing that they were really lacking was that they didn't have any wind or water protection. And that's changing this year. They have a whole new lineup that has a shell, has wind and water protection, and then also they developed an insulating piece as well. And so in the past, First Lite could really carry you good if you were pretty mobile, but if you were just standing still, you kind of got that chill when you got down into the 40s, and everybody's cold and hot and chills and everybody's warmth factor, as I call it, is different. So some people can handle a lot more than others. But the First Lite was good as a base layer, but they've added some new pieces that kind of complement each other to kind of keep you warm and kind of for all season, whether you're a tree stand hunter or you're a mobile hunter, spot and stalking out west, that sort of thing. So the first piece and the foundation of their whole series is the Llano, and this is, I believe, 170 gram. And the way I describe this shirt to most people is it is the thickness equivalent to a t-shirt. If you got a white cotton t-shirt or something like that, that's the equivalent as far as thickness level. And this is your base layer. This is next to skin. Now you can wear any, I guess, merino wool next to skin if you want, but this is like you just go to, this is where you want to start. No matter where you're at, this is where you want to start. They make it in a crew, and then they also make a quarter zip. And the quarter zip has a nice, good, long zipper, so that when you get hot, you can easily zip that down and give yourself some ventilation there. They've really done a nice job with the articulation on these, with a shooter's cut to them, so you have freedom of movement. They don't bind up. They're all double stitched. It's a very well-made garment. It's not something that's going to fall apart on you. This is something that's going to last for a while. And quality and price go hand in hand. Most of the time, the more you pay, the more you get. They normally come in Realtree Max 1. They have Mossy Oak Infinity. There is some lost camo, and the most popular camo pattern for First Lite for us is the ASAP pattern. And this year, First Lite also introduced the Realtree Extra in their lineup. So in the past, we just had Max 1, the Mossy Oak, and the ASAP. And this year, Realtree developed the AP Extra, and they brought that AP Extra to First Lite. And so this is the Llano. It's your foundation, your go-to piece. Now, at your next setup, beyond that, is the Chama. And the Chama is 230 gram. And the way I describe that to people is basically the thickness of 2 t-shirts. And that gives you a good general feeling of what the thickness level is. This is the hoodie version, and so it has a nice hood you can pull up when it gets a little bit chillier to keep the wind off your back of your neck. It comes with the zipper on it, and that's if you get the hoodie or you just get the regular plain Chama. They call it a quarter zip, so both of them have that quarter zip there. It also does have a sleeve zipper pocket, maybe for a wind checker or something like that, or something small that you'd like to put in there on your hunt. After the Chama, your next step is the 400 gram, and that's the Springer vest. And this is basically the thickness of what I would call like a light sweatshirt. You have some real thick hooded sweatshirts and stuff like that, but this is like they're like the sweatshirts you grew up wearing. Not very thick, but it's a lot thicker than the Chama. Basically doubled, if you've ever felt of a Chama, A Chama is, like I said, 2 t-shirts. This would be like 4 t-shirts, I guess, thickness. But this is the vest. It has a full-length zipper. It has 2 hand pockets with it. After you get past the Springer, the next is a Labrador, and it's 400 gram as well. Has a nice chest zipper pocket here. It is a long sleeve, of course, and it's the same thickness as the Springer. So it's going to be the 4T shirt or the sweatshirt thickness, and you run, and that's their general base lineup for tops. Now they also have a Chugosh, which is like a ripstop wool combination, kind of a work shirt, and you can wear that beyond. But these 4 is kind of your good, solid base layer build system. They're all 100% merino wool, and the sizing runs true to size on these tops. If you wear a large t-shirt, you're going to wear a large in one of these. I wear a large t-shirt. I'm 6 foot, 175 pounds, and I wear a large in those tops, and they all fit. And you buy a large in each. You don't need to get a large Yano Chama and then get an XL Springer or Labrador. You can get a large in all. They're made to go over each other. The cool thing too about merino wool is that it's quiet. There's no shine or anything, and it slips on nice over each other as you layer on. I wore all 4 of those pieces in the 40s, probably high 40s, and been comfortable. Now, like I said, everybody's wind, chill factor and stuff is different. Regarding wind, there is no wind protection. That was something that First Lite addressed this year, offering some wind protection with the new outerwear. But there has been no wind protection or water protection in the past. They do wick moisture very well. They're great for when it's cool and chilly outside, but that Yano, when it's nice and hot outside, it does a great job as well. Most people think sometimes when you think about wool, you think that good insulating piece when it's cold, but merino wool really does function great when it's hot outside or you've worked up a sweat. It's going to wick moisture away from your skin. It's going to breathe very well, and it's also going to evaporate and dry quickly from the material. And with merino wool, it does have a natural antibacterial properties to it, so that the stink level is going to stay down, because we all know that the bacteria that is produced from your oil glands and sweat, that all reacts together and creates the smell and the scent. And so by wearing something that has silver lining for years that people have used, or a natural fiber like merino wool is a natural bacterial inhibitor, then you can help prevent smell. And a lot of guys love these for like elk hunts or antelope hunts where they're going to be out and they're not going to be able to change clothes, maybe not wash clothes for a while, and these can keep the smell level down with several layers. With also these top layers, they also have an EXP Chama that only comes in black. That is a 300 weight, and they have an alligator EXP that goes with it as well, this 300 weight. And those are your prime go-to when it's very cold outside. I like to wear those when it's really cold as the base layer. But going on to the new outerwear, which we're excited for 2013, the first thing we're going to take a look at is these North Branch pants. And they're a bib, and they're a soft shell. And so if you look at it close, it's a very soft material. It is pretty quiet of a material. A lot of these things, after you give them a wash or two, they'll quiet down even more. On the inside, there's a light brush. It's a light fleece. And what I would consider that is more of like a technical fleece. If you had a look at maybe the Stratus pants that Sitka came out with, this is a very similar material on the inside. Now these pants do incorporate the Kokona as well. So these are going to have water blocking properties, and they're also going to keep the wind out too. And it's a bib. It comes with the suspenders to help keep them up. One of the nice features about these is they have full-length zippers where the legs can be zipped completely up and around so that you can completely open, and that is for like if you had to go to the restroom or something like that, that you can have quick access there if that arises. There's two nice side zipper hand pockets, and these are waterproof zipper pockets. There are cargo pockets as well. And this is the North Branch pant. It is a soft shell. Then up top, they come out with two pieces. One is the insulated piece, which they call their puffy. And this has insulation in it, and the insulation is designed to be where you need it most. So it's kind of a lighter insulation in the arms, but more of a heavy insulation in the chest and core area, so that when you do are out there in the elements, then you can have insulation where you need it, and other places where it's not as needed, then you don't have it there. This does have some wind and water blocking properties to it. It has a DWR finish. It is made of Kokona too, which is highly breathable. And this is a large jacket. And as you can see, it fits me just fine. It's highly packable and compressible. And so one of the neat things about this is I found it can be a little noisy, but not real bad for the material. But I've seen other things like this to have kind of that almost, it's not nylon, but it has like a nylon feel almost to it, that are quite noisy, but this is not that noisy. It has two big pockets here on either side where you can put your hands in to stay warm. Then you also have a big chest pocket here that unzips, where you can put your cell phone or anything like that. It does come with a hood as well. But this is the puffy, and as you can see, it's got the shooter's cut to it so that there's plenty of room, freedom of movement. And then the last piece, top that they came out with, was the storm type jacket. And this is a straight shell. It is made of Kokona. It is breathable. It is highly waterproof and windproof. And just to put this jacket on so you can kind of see them work together here, this jacket is large as well. Now the jacket comes with a zipper that goes straight up the front. It has two zipper hand pockets on either side. Okay, and you can put things there. It has a chest pocket, just like the puffy does. So you can put those things in there. It has Velcro cuffs, so you can tighten it depending on how tight your wrists are, or how small your wrists are. You can tighten it for as tight or as loose as you'd like to have it. But this is a large too. You can see how this fits. Still freedom of movement, even with both of them on. You know, to draw your bow. This is in the Realtree Extra as well. It comes in all the patterns, the Max 1, the ASAT, and I believe you can get them in the Dry Earth as well. To kind of get a feel of the material. It is pretty quiet. I believe after a few washings it will quiet down a little bit more. But this is the puffy, and then you have the storm type jacket to go over top. Because this is a lot quieter than you would think, probably the storm type jacket's not going to have a whole lot of insulating properties or anything like that to it. So it would be more of just a heavy windbreaker. If you're in a heavy wind, and to keep you out of a downpour, is to keep the elements off of you. So you could really wear the merino wool and then the puffy, and then if the weather really turned bad or you want that extra layer, put the shell on, then you go with the storm type. With the pants, and another thing about sizing on the pants, I would normally wear the medium canabs, and on these I felt like the mediums rode just a little high, and so I'm wearing the large on the bibs. That gives you a a good overview of the different types of pants and outerwear that they've come out with. So we have the new North Branch pants, we have the Storm Tight jacket, and we have the puffy. And then also for this year, they have the redesigned canabs, and let me grab those. And these canabs are also offered in Realtree Extra as well. Last year, they really outdid themselves by changing around the pants and making them getting the sizing closer to where they should be. In years past, we had a big struggle trying to get the pant sizes just right. There's still a work in progress, but they're a whole lot better. In the back of the canabs, there is an elastic band, and so it's elastic, has a lot of room to grow with. It has a nice, good metal tough buckle there. It comes with the suspenders. It's got nice deep hand pockets, which is something we didn't see in the past. Nice cargo pockets. They're not real deep, but they're nice cargo pockets. It still has the roll-up feature with the buttons if you want to roll up on the bottom. Now the pants, the canab pants, are ripstop merino. So it's a merino ripstop nylon combination pant. So you're getting those properties of merino wool, but they're making it with the ripstop to give it a kind of more of a toughness to it, so it's kind of resistant to snags and tearing up on you. And on these pants, if you look at their website and stuff, it has different sizing charts, and these are mediums, and I wear a size 34 waist, and so this will help everybody out there. And with mediums, I put these on, and I still have a good 2 fingers in there that you can pull out maybe an inch or so away from my waist, just like your mama used to when she'd check your waist size and say, oh yeah, those are good. Well, it's like that with these mediums. And some guys will say, well, I'm a 34 waist, I need to go to the large, because I think a large is 34 to 36, and that's not the case. You really need to go with the mediums. And if you're a 36 waist, then you probably want to go ahead and go to the large. But if you're a 34, 35, which I know they don't make 35, but if your 34 is real tight on you, normally you could probably still be fine with the mediums just because of that leeway. And it's because of that elastic band that they put in the back that gives that more expandability to them, so that there's a lot more flexibility with the sizing. And then they also make the boxer, and then they have the alligator. They also have a full array of headwear. They have a brim beanie, which is a little short brim on a merino 100% beanie. Then they have just a straight beanie, which is the same thing without the brim. And then they have a balaclava, which has one of the nicest movable head front mask parts that I've ever seen for a balaclava. It goes up and down very nice. It's quiet. And then they have a neck gaiter as well. And then this year they came out with 2 types of glove, a soft shell glove and a new merino glove. The merino glove is about 170 grams. It's going to be the same thickness as the Yano, is t-shirt thin. It comes in all the patterns. And then they have a soft shell glove, which is more of this boundary type material of the pants, and it's going to carry you on into the season when it gets colder. Those are running quite a bit behind. They're shooting for September 1st ship date, so we'll see about that. We carry the full line of First Light Merino wool. You can come by our shop in Clemens, North Carolina, and you can put your hands on it. You can try it on, find sizing, check out the different patterns that's offered in. But we carry the full line, and you can look at it, and we can talk price and talk about the different things. If you're not local to us, you can visit us on the web at www.beanoutdoors.com. And there's a little link that says BO Store, the Bean Outdoor Store. And you can go to that online store and you can buy directly from there. It has descriptions and pictures and all this stuff. And you can read those descriptions and check them out. You can also call us or text us at 336-564-2400. That's 336-564-2400. Our email address is Eric, ERIC, at beanoutdoors.com. And we'll be glad to talk First Light with you. it is a kind of an investment, but you are getting what you pay for. And we'll be glad to talk about First Lite and find a good fit for what you're doing. And that's one of the keys with Sitka First Lite is to talk about it and figure out what type of hunting you're doing, what type of climate you're doing, or you're going to be in, and then tailor-made what kind of suit or outfit will work for you for what you're doing. And that's the best way to do it. We do specials. We run free shipping all the time, but we do specials on this stuff. We're running some preseason stuff now, and then we also do combo specials. So if you buy more one piece, you can save a little bit on that as well. But we'll be glad to talk to you and discuss anything about First Lite and pricing as well. So if any questions you may have, we'll be glad to talk to you about it. Thanks for watching.